It was a busy lunch rush at a small diner in Ohio. Plates were clattering, people were talking over each other, and the line at the register stretched almost to the door. Then a man walked in who didn't look like he belonged there. His clothes were worn out, his shoes were barely holding together, and he carried everything he owned in a small backpack. A few customers glanced at him and quietly whispered to each other. The hostess hesitated but finally seated him at a corner table. When the waitress came over, she asked gently, "What can I get you?" The man smiled politely. "Just a cup of coffee, please." At the table nearby, a group of businessmen started joking loud enough for everyone to hear. "Guess coffee's all he can afford." One of them laughed. The waitress ignored them and brought the man his coffee. He thanked her like it was the best thing he'd had all week. About 10 minutes later, the man stood up and walked to the register. Everyone assumed he was leaving. Instead, he pulled out a thick envelope. "I'd like to pay for everyone's lunch today," he said calmly. The cashier blinked. Everyone he nodded. The room went silent. The manager came over, confused. "Sir, that's over $700. Man opened the envelope and handed over the cash without hesitation. People stared. The same businessmen who were laughing earlier suddenly looked down at their plates. Before leaving, the waitress asked him quietly, "Why would you do that?" The man smiled. 10 years ago, I was homeless and starving. A stranger bought me a meal in this exact diner. He told me, if life ever gets better, pass it on. He looked around the room. Today, I finally could, and just like that, he picked up his backpack and walked out. Sometimes the richest people in the room are the ones who remember what it felt like to have nothing.